Hello, my name is Dongchan Lee. I'm the creator of USL, and this video is an introduction video about how to radically reduce math poverty using USL. We did run the pilot studies, and what normally necessary for 45 days for the average range of the grades A to F, we could achieve in just one class of 40 minutes, and that's like 10, 50 times faster, 20, 56 times faster. Evidences are provided here. You can follow them in our website. Half standard deviation moving forward in the math scores is looking like this, and another half standard deviation like this, another half standard deviation like this. Now, half standard deviation is associated with roughly about 1 letter grade up, and the 1 standard deviation is the 2 letter grade up, etc. And to achieve that usually takes a long time, many decades, 30, 60 years, 40, 80 years. It's no joke. And as it goes along, and I connected with associated with the letter grade, so it moved forward to something like this. And the typical USL pilot studies show that, as I said before, the 10 to 50 times faster. So the lower curve is the baseline before the pilot study, and after that it moves up like this, and to the typical level of F to A, depending on the classes and country and school, etc. But regardless, this is a typical variation, the most common one. We could achieve the one month, 1.5 months in 30, 40 minutes, and for the more than 1,000 students from a school and 2 countries. So how does it visually look like? Half standard deviation is moving A. Student class level, it doesn't take much time, but as it goes along bigger scale, it's 10 years for the city level, it's a state nation level, it's 30 years plus minus or more. And here this chart is for the particular state and how many years it takes. USA every is about more than 30 years, and basically 20, 40 years will not necessarily can be done in 2 to 4 years using the USL 0.5. And this chart is an example for the correlation between PISA math and the TIMSS fourth grade, high correlation 0.82, and this is quite common for the various other international or national math assessment, PISA, TIMSS, NAEP, SAT math, now common core. In the science as well, 80 to 95% correlation typically. Having said so, the F to A is roughly about twice as efficient, twice as steep as I mentioned before, and correspondingly, how this grade that I'm assigning is given to the countries roughly. F to A is again 2 standard deviation, half standard deviation, 1 standard deviation errors, 2, 3 standard deviation. USL pilot study revealed, and it's 5, 6, 7 times over AF. It's staggering. Now 3 to 1 standard deviation, half standard deviation. Each one is this kind of a great difference, and it's a staggering. But it's too much for most people to handle. We focus right now on initially for the USL 0.5 for the half standard deviation, which is California to New York, Arizona to Massachusetts half standard deviation, New York to let's say Finland also. And the PISA scores usually this is level scheme, and we are going to for the Americans is more familiar with the letter grade, so it's half standard deviation going F to half standard deviation with error by about 10 to 20%. Massachusetts on top of the United States, Alabama at bottom, which is the gamut is about the 1 standard deviation difference. And half a standard deviation is, for instance, the difference between the California to New York, or more or less, Arizona to Massachusetts in just 2, 4 years instead of one normally necessary for the 20, 40 years. Basically 10 times faster with the USL 0.5 alone. So now let's look at again, similar to the earlier chart, F to A gamut. F to A is like 2 standard deviation, which is a big deal for the countries, but on the USL standard is no big deal. It's because the kind of efficiency level we get is even for the top of the world more than 10 times, 20 times. So the average world is 30, 40, 50 times or so. So normally what takes such a long time in the education investment, math education investment is like GDP over 1 year, real GDP in terms. So this could be instead of more than 30 years, is 2 to 4 years, and just for achieving the letter grade boost. So Now, cumulative one, as you can see, from 60% to 40% moving by half standard deviation, moving up, and another half standard deviation, another half standard deviation. This is literally meaning the reducing the math poverty, implying the social inequality and poverty reduction 10 to 10 times faster. Initially, we are going to focus on the common core, the new one, so which is the on the birth. So we are focusing on that, reducing the 2 to 30% drastically in just a 2, 3, 4 years time frame. These are the typical takes decades. So please support us and check the website, and we need this support. And thank you for watching. Thank you very much, and have a great day.